holidays, everybody. Okay, so the story goes like this. I took a really good girlfriend out to dinner last night for her birthday. We went to a place near my house. It's not ridiculously fine dining, but it's very nice. It's very upscale. It's kind of a see and be seen kind of place. The woman next to me ordered a strawberry daiquiri. The bartender very nicely, as he should have, said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but we don't carry the ingredients to make a strawberry daiquiri." I thought, you know what? That would be a great video. Let's talk about some of the, shall we say, less sophisticated drinks to order in a bar, then talk about some of the classiest drinks that you should definitely know about when you're going out. Hey y'all, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my channel. It really helps my video rankings and I would greatly appreciate it. Let's start with 9 of the cheesiest drinks no classy woman should order. Number 1, flavored martinis. Anything that says AppleTini, Chocotini, Lemon Drop Otini, no, it's just considered a little bit cheesy. And listen, I'm sure it tastes good, but especially the AppleTinis, it has some weird kind of green tint to it. And unless you're at Chili's or Applebee's, yeah, please don't. It's kind of a zook fest waiting to happen. Look, obviously, if you say, I love me an AppleTini, and I don't care what you say, it ain't my business. Number 2 and 3 are what I call the Bachelorette party drinks, Cosmopolitan and Lemon Drops. Cosmopolitans, Cosmos as people call it, have definitely had their heyday, like back in the day when Sex and the City was big and everybody was ordering their Cosmopolitans. It's just kind of an outdated drink, and now it's so ubiquitous, like literally every Bachelorette party is ordering their Cosmos. Every girls' night out has their Cosmos and their Lemon Drops. Sorry y'all, but next is the Long Island iced tea. I remember ordering Long Island iced teas when I was 19. I know I had a big idea, yes. Long Island iced teas are a conglomeration of every single alcohol that you can pour into a glass with a big ass straw in it. Seen better days and just not a sophisticated drink to order. Who hasn't ordered Sex on the Beach? You probably remember doing that when you were like 21 or 22. No Sex on the Beach drink. Anything fruity or frosty. We're talking pina coladas, daiquiris, creamsicles. Yes, they probably taste good. It's just kind of seen as a cheesy drink. That's why you'll probably find them at places like Applebee's and Chili's. Not meaning to pick on those places, but I think you girls know what I'm saying. Mudslides, yeah, you know, the drink that's basically a big dessert in a glass. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you will never see classy women ordering mudslides anywhere. Not a good drink. Shots. Oh my God. Please, unless you're at the age where a keg stand is still funny, no woman should be doing shots. That's just disgusting. And finally, mimosas. I know, did I just hear a collective ah? I know people love it for brunch, but it's so ubiquitous and overdone. To me, it goes in the same category as a big romantic night with chocolate covered strawberries and champagne. It's like really 70s. You know, when you're going out to brunch, they're never using like good top quality champagne for the mimosas. What to have instead? If you like the idea of a cocktail with brunch, and I know that some people do, try the French 75. This is a classic lighter brunch drink made with gin, fresh squeezed lemon juice, a little simple syrup, and then topped with a sparkling wine. Really quickly, the difference between a sparkling wine and a champagne. Champagne actually comes from the Champagne region of France. Any other sparkling wine that does not come from France cannot be called champagne. Prosecco is the Italian version. Sparkling wine from Italy is called Prosecco. Sparkling wine from the Champagne region of France can be called champagne. Anything else has to be called sparkling wine. 10 of the classiest drinks that you can order. Number 1, which is my personal drink, a classic martini. I first tried a martini because this was my grandma's favorite drink. If you asked her how long to make the turkey, she'd go, about 3 martinis. A classic martini is made with gin or vodka, dirty or straight up. Dirty is with a little bit of olive juice, straight up is just nothing. You also have the option of a little vermouth or not. I always order a Belvedere martini straight up with 2 olives. A martini is a sexy, chic, sophisticated cocktail. Okay, y'all, it's time for my favorite part of every video. This is the time when I can really express how much I appreciate having each and every one of you as a part of the community. Today, I'd like to give a shout out to my girl, Miss Yulia Yulia Reichman. Yulia, thank you so much for being a part of the community. I really appreciate having you here. And if you would like a shout out, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment below. I have brand new videos every Tuesday and Friday on all things style, wellness, and beauty for women 40 and over. And I would love to have you as a part of the community. Your gin and tonic with a twist of lime. Okay, so here's the deal. Tonic water does have a lot of sugar in it, FYI. I always order a gin. My favorite is Bombay Sapphire. It's a top shelf liquor, and soda water instead of the tonic because I personally want to stay away from all that sugar. Simple, straight, elegant, laid back drink, but especially with drinks that are so straightforward with minimal ingredients, you always want to order a top shelf liquor. For me, vodka, I prefer the Belvedere. Certainly there's Grey Goose, there's Chopin. With the gin and tonic, I prefer the Bombay Sapphire. There are times when you go to a restaurant and they'll say, I'm sorry, we don't carry Belvedere, for example. Don't worry, just say, what is your top shelf vodka? Old Fashions. This is one drink that can be traced back to the 1800s, but it's made a very big comeback in the past few years. Old Fashions are made with whiskey, a sugar lump, ice cube, water, bitters, and garnished with a maraschino cherry. Margaritas, yes, but with a caveat. I probably wouldn't be in a fine dining restaurant and order a margarita, but with Mexican food and top shelf liquor, absolutely and totally appropriate. Margaritas have a combination of orange liqueur, lime juice, and tequila. You just want to make sure to order top shelf tequila. We're talking about a more sophisticated drink, and although I don't really drink a lot, I know to order top shelf liquor because it tends not to give me a headache the next morning. Bellini's best for brunch. A Bellini is Prosecco, which is the Italian sparkling wine, and a little bit of peach puree on top. Personally, if I was going to have something like that, I would have them put a little splash of the peach puree just to keep the sugars to a dull roar and be able to enjoy the Prosecco more. The Manhattan, another drink that's made a very big comeback, I think right when Mad Men started. The Manhattan combines sweet vermouth, rye whiskey, and bitters. Rye whiskey is the original whiskey used with the Manhattans. However, other good choices of whiskey that you can also consider: Tennessee whiskey, bourbon, or Canadian whiskey. Those are also good choices for Manhattan. Fine tequila or whiskey, whether neat or over ice, these are also good choices. I met a girlfriend of mine out a couple weeks ago and she ordered the Don Julio 1942 tequila, and I shuddered when she got the drink and she goes, no, just taste it. She's from the South. So I had a little taste, and I have to tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. I think I was remembering that time in high school when I had like way too much, we used to call it tequila, and I hadn't been able to drink it since then. This one was like smooth and warm, and it had like a florally delicious aftertaste, and she just had it straight over ice. Or of course, as I said before, you can choose a top shelf whiskey, neat or over ice. Neat obviously is just the straight whiskey, no ice involved. And finally, of course, if you just want to hit the easy button, wine. Wine is a beautiful choice, always, always, always. But I know that it can be very overwhelming, especially if you're in a nice restaurant and you're handed the wine list and you've got pages and pages and pages of wine to choose from. Not to worry. Here's what you do. First, decide what you prefer that night: a red, a rosé, or a white. Let's say you prefer white. Do you generally tend to like a Chardonnay, a Chenin Blanc, a Sauvignon Blanc, a Moscato? And it is perfectly fine to let them know quietly what you would like to spend, because as you know, wines can range from $30 a bottle up to thousands of dollars a bottle. So it's perfectly fine to say to the server or the sommelier, would you be able to recommend a nice Chardonnay in the $40 to $50 a bottle range? Okay, that was my quick list on cocktails, but I want to know from you, what cocktail do you think is cheesy and which is your favorite classy cocktail? Be sure to comment below. I always love hearing from you. And until a couple days from now, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.